Jim Cummings is a name you may not know, but a voice you've definitely heard. He's the voice actor of more than 1,500 beloved characters. Here's a few that you might recognise.
It was right... Oh, I must have lost it in the avalanche. I can't even remember the words.
5 shillings for the possessed toy. Take it away.
Oh, please! Don't let him do it!
Next.
Prepare for the chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news.
Christopher Robin, if it's all the same to you, could we skip dinner and have breakfast instead?
Silly old bear.
He's had a prolific career over many decades, and we're very excited to have him in studio for us this morning ahead of this weekend's Armageddon Expo. Jim Cummings, welcome to the show.
Well, it's great to be here, Ryan. Thank you very much for inviting me out. Nice place you have here.
Thank you very much. Tell me about, we saw some of the clips there.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, some of the most iconic ones.
Yes.
Tell me how it all started for you.
Oh gosh, well, it started for me when I was 5 years old. And honestly, I saw the great Mel Blanc on television, and my dad said, this is the guy that does the voice for Taz and Bugs Bunny and this. And all I could think of was, well, he wasn't getting into trouble, was he? I'll do that, and people will like me, you know. And now I get to hang out with you.
Is it something that comes naturally to you? Like, have you always done funny, weird, unusual voices?
Why would you ask? Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. I was always, as a kid, I was in a million plays. I was on the speech team in high school, and did rather well with that. And it was a natural progression. All those little crazy voices and characters inside of me just came out, and I there's one now.
When you see the character, can you immediately do the voice?
Oh, yes. It's not a problem at all, but only for a smackerel of honey.
Be Prepared, the song. Tell us about, because there's a bit of a story behind that one, isn't there?
Well, absolutely. I was very honored to be a part of Lion King. I was already in the movie. I was the good-looking hyena. I was Ed. Thank you. And I'm known as a singer, and I've done a lot of, I jokingly refer to myself as a stunt singer here and there, because I sing for different characters. And Jeremy Irons, incredible, unbelievable actor, but he had a few vocal problems, and I was already in there. I had sung the demo for Hakuna Matata with my friend Jess Arnell, and they said, well, let's let Jim have a swing at it. So they did, and I ended up finishing the song. So.
Do you get a credit for that, Jim?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Yes, I do. And I got a lot of platinum, so thank you.
Brilliant. Tell us about, there was a case I was reading about when you were voicing Steel, and Steven Spielberg, who was the executive producer on the movie. Yeah, that's it.
Balto.
And he was the executive producer and said, I want a voice that sounds inherently evil. And specifically requested you. Is there something about, how do you get that kind of persona into a voice?
Oh, gosh, well, it's a mindset, that's for sure. Especially with a character like that, everything he says has got two meanings. One that's presented to the public and just to cover, and then there's a little something on the side that he's in it for himself, and you let that percolate in the background, and it comes through in the character. I hope.
It certainly does.
Okay.
You don't get 1,500 roles by mistake.
Yeah, is that right? 1,500.
Yeah.
God, all of a sudden I'm tired.
Your voice probably needs.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But
what's been your favorite? Do you have a favorite that you like to do?
I don't have a favorite because I always feel like I'm neglecting a few, but Pooh and Tigger are in their own category. They're sort of classics. And I really enjoy Darkwing Duck, the terror that flaps in the night. And of course, the anti-Pooh, which is Tasmanian Devil. But I really enjoy Hondo Ohnaka from Star Wars Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And one very near and dear to my heart is Ray from Princess and the Frog, because you know the women, they love a man with a big back porch. And so there you have it. Aren't you glad you asked?
Oh,
man.
Oh, no, I genuinely am. When you mentioned Tasmanian Devil, when
Yes.
they give you a script, does it just have words and it's up to you to imagine, or what?
There he is now. It's interesting because it would just be punctuation. It would be ampersand, hashtag, question mark, exclamation point. And of course, what that sounds like is, that's what it sounds like.
So you have to do that. That's on you.
Yes, it is.
And how do you come up with that?
I jokingly say that instincts are the best stinks, and so if it's kind of funny inside your head, get it out of your head, and see how it works. And if it doesn't work well, then take two. Right?
Absolutely. What's next? What else?
Well, I'm here for a little something called Armageddon, and hopefully it's not the actual Armageddon. It's just going to be a fun Comic-Con and a festival, so I hope everybody comes down and says hello. And I should tell you, if we have any folks out there that are familiar with this thing called the internet, I've got a podcast called Tuned In with Jim Cummings. Stop by and say hello. That would be fun. And yeah.
The reason I was asking about what's next, because sometimes we have a lot of actors on, and I'm not saying that you are getting old or anything, Jim. I
am.
Suggest that.
I'll say it for you.
But unlike actors, who have their face on screen, where roles change, for you, you can voice anything.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Well, I don't yell when I go to sporting events. That's one thing. And I have every cigarette I've ever smoked in my hand right now. So, people say, well, how do you preserve it? That's part of it.
You've got to protect the asset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and lemon water, big one, lemon
Oh
water.
yeah. Oh sure. Warm salt water. Gargle with that. That's always good.
What happens at Armageddon this weekend? People can come and say hello to you, come and get an autograph?
Please do. Yes, they can. And I'm sure I'll be doing a panel or two. Something loud. Will I be looking for you? Will I see you there?
Well, I'm actually pre-committed. I've got to go to this Auckland FC game on Saturday.
I come all this way to get disrespected, I'll tell you.
Jim, would you like to give us a voice to the break this morning? Would you like to voice our Herald Now program into the ads?
Yes, and what kind of script am I looking for?
You can look
here?
in this camera here.
Okay.
And you can come up with your own script.
Okay. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the wicked scourge that pecks at your nightmares. I am Darkwing Duck. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.